Making choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if you're getting toxic, tell the boy fall back.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll be watching the Falcons' rocket-armed quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Falcons and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. They'll look to throw here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 12 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But it let him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So you get 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
He'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some applause for the defense defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he's got some space here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Tyler Algier, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll drop the throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And when I looked at it, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Forced out to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Third down, here's Algier.
Gets through and now an opening. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Setting up the screen, here's Algier.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 14.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think
and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. They'll set up a throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw again. And caught by London. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
That will 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll look to throw again. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Algier going straight ahead. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Detroit getting set to go now. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on it?
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 113 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got London on the slant. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's complete to Dobbs. He's into the secondary. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs, 30 yards, and they're able to add on to their advantage. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Palmer. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Josh Palmer, 61 yards. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building after their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Caught on the slant. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 right to the 27.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So now the Lions down by 7, and time a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15. First down now, but that clock rolling. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A 10-play drive that time. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. 2nd and 4.
Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. So out now come the Lions. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now a handoff running through the middle. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a first throw here in overtime. Steps away. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Falcons are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him the ball game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime.
Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So, CD, both teams have had it here in overtime, and now both have thrown an interception.
And now this offense perfectly set up for a second chance opportunity. Already in field goal range, don't do anything crazy here. Just set it up and let your kicker win the game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in a yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my own coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Lions are going to win this game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every...
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Came to make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoodie, keep it bully before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it 'cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, 'cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.